might be the trans.
Yeah, I understand.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I'm Booster John, and today we're going to be taking the full Send Turbo Civic to the drag strip to see if we can go faster than we did on the built motor. Now a quick refresher for those of you that are new here. The car used to have a fully built LS VTEC engine making 380 horsepower at the wheels. In the past it was on an open differential and I ran a 12.6 quarter mile at 117 miles an hour. Now we're going back to the drag strip with a $500 engine that I bought from one of you guys, a limited slip differential, and same everything else. We're gonna see if today we can beat that 12.6 quarter mile time, and that I don't know if we'll beat that 117 mile per hour finish, but I'm hoping that the limited slip diff will add a lot to the launch. Anyway, before our adventure begins, I just wanna let you guys know the built motor is almost done. It's almost back in my possession, and we're almost ready to build that thing and put it back in the car. Also, I'm gonna be working on the fall merch that you guys love every single year, so get ready for that. I don't have anything planned yet, but it's coming. Thank you for your patience. I'll see you guys at the drag strip. Well guys, we made it to the drag strip. Unfortunately, I left my SD card at home for my camera, so I'm filming on my iPhone until Pasha gets here. We passed tech inspection. Really excited to see how it's gonna do. So I'm the first one to arrive at the drag strip. Kearney's on her way, Pasha's on his way, and Eduardo is on his way. But I'm walking around and I'm looking at all these American muscle cars with tires that are like literally wider than my car, and I'm getting pretty nervous. There's literally no other imports there. It's only big V8s. Having not been to the track in literally an entire year, I'm actually feeling really nervous. So the car hooked immediately, but it just bogged right after. So that was a really rough start.
13.8. It's 13.8. He got 13.8. There's Booster John! What up? 13.8.
Yeah, rough first pass.
Yeah, I saw your start was a bit off, but
Yeah, start was rough. Also, I banged the limiter in second and in third. I lost a ton of time doing that.
oh, you hit the limiter?
Yeah, like like I hit it like 3 or 4 times. Stupid. I just wasn't paying attention. I was just accelerating faster than I thought I was. So I like wasn't ready to shift.
Do you think it can get into 12s?
I think it shouldn't even be a problem. Like I really messed up on that first one. That was a really rough run. Pasha made it.
I made it. Hi guys.
All right, so first pass was a 13.8 at 105 miles an hour. Kind of a rough pass. I messed up a lot though. I think there's so much room for improvement. Bogged at start. It gripped up way better than I thought it was going to. I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. I banged limiter in first gear. I banged limiter in second gear. And I think I banged limiter in third gear too. So we've got a lot of improvement to do here, boys. We got plenty of time to make up. So I'm kind of annoyed with how I did on that last run, but I do see a lot more potential in the car. So I'm excited to get back out and give it another try. I think I just blew my trans. Can you give me a push? This way? I drove my car to the track. I have work at 8 in the morning the next day, and I think I might have just blown my transmission. I'm freaking out. I'm absolutely freaking out.
I was wondering why your right wheel wasn't spinning, whether it was like, I thought you had an open diff, but then I know you put a diff in.
Yeah. Do you guys see anything?
It's got some massive flames though.
My axle popped out.
For real?
Yeah. Bro, my axle just straight up popped out. Did I break an axle? Did I break it? Yeah, that is weird. I'm gonna jack the car up and take a look. I brought all my tools and shit, so we should be good to go. As long as the axle's not snapped, I think we're in good shape.
Wow. Big ass flame, that shit was cool. Yeah, there was quite a few.
Really interesting scenario. That was not what I expected to happen. I really thought that I blew the trans, or like a diff or something. Because when I was doing that burnout, I was literally banging limiter. Like I was banging 7,000 RPM or whatever. I think on the next pass, I might skip the burnout. So I was able to pop the axle back in without disassembling everything. I'm gonna just try starting it and putting it in gear, and if the wheels turn, hopefully we're good.
It does spin.
Question is, do I risk it and run it again, or do I just say, thank God that nothing happened and leave?
I think you send it.
Yeah, I think I'll just ditch the burnout though.
Yeah, try to put it in gear and see if it works.
You know, I've gotten really lucky at the racetrack like this before, but never in a situation as high risk as this one. I am so lucky that it just was the axle popping out. Let's pop the axle back in and get back out there and give her a send.
Traction in first, so I have to do a burnout on the next one. I'm gonna inspect the axle and then go for another one.
After inspecting the axle, it did pop back out a little bit, but I really like slammed it back into the trans after that, and I heard it click, and I was trying to tug it out and it wouldn't come out. So I think I just never got that retaining clip to seat properly in the first place. So we should be good to go now. It's time to do what we came here to do, boys.
Let's go. Let's go. Best pass. Best pass. Oh, she hooked. She hooked. Dude, that felt so much better.
That ended up being the best pass of the entire night. In my hands right here, I have the time slips for the built motor and the motor that we were running in today's video. Now, as you guys can see from the video, I am almost a second slower on this new motor. This was honestly pretty devastating. Like, I was really, really bummed at the end of the night. I didn't know if it was my driving. I didn't know if it was the car not performing how I thought it was going to. I guess I thought the car was faster, and maybe I didn't have the best launch. But either way, a couple days later, I finally had time to compare the time slips. I'm gonna hold these up to the camera. You guys can pause the video. I'm gonna hold them up to the camera in a second. You can pause the video and check them out. In both runs, I was in the left lane. I'm gonna share with you guys the most interesting information, at least I think the most interesting information. On the built motor, my 60-foot time was a 2.21. Not great, but I did have an open diff. On this $500 motor with the limited slip differential installed, my 60-foot was at 2.07. So it was almost 0.2 seconds faster. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I know in drag racing, 60-foot times are one of the most important aspects of your entire pass. So with that said, I got to the 330-foot mark in 5.8 seconds on this motor, and on the previous built motor that had like way more power, I got to the 330-foot mark in 5.7 seconds. So with that said, I was almost the same pace at the quarter of the drag strip mark. At the 8th mile on the built motor, I was at 8.48 seconds. On this $500 engine, I was at 8.76 seconds. There is definitely a difference there. It might not seem like a lot, but when you hear the mile per hour at the 8th mile, it makes total sense. My previous speed on the built motor was 95.89 miles per hour. At the 8th mile, it's halfway down the drag strip, I was already at 95 miles an hour. On this $500 engine, I was only at 86.17 miles per hour. Almost 10 miles per hour slower at the halfway mark. So with the quarter mile times being 13.4 on the $500 motor and 12.6 on the built motor, but my 60-foot time being so much better on the $500 motor, that tells me that my driving improved, but the car is just slower. Now, what are we gonna do about that? You know, we could just turn up the boost and crank a little bit more power out of this motor and see what happens and go back. But I have a much better idea, and I'm gonna show you in a second. I wanna show you these time slips first. This one is $500 engine. Pause the video if you need to. This one is built motor. I'm in the left lane. Anyway, let me show you guys what we got. Here she is, boys, the new turbo kit. So, I know I just got this car running, and I know that I've been having so much fun with it. I promise there is a reason behind this. This makes sense. This makes sense. I'll show you guys this more in depth in the next video, but I just wanted to tease you guys a little bit and get you hyped up. Look at that thing. Look at that thing, dude. Is it an authentic turbo? Hell no. That's not how we do things here on the Booster John YouTube channel, but look at that thing. Damn. She thick. So here's the goal. In the next video, we're gonna be installing this new turbo kit. The reason we're doing this is two big reasons, actually. It's two reasons. First reason, this new turbo kit is gonna be set up much more efficiently than the current one, so it should make more power on less boost. We're gonna be going E85. We're gonna be going electronic boost controller. It's gonna be so much more well-rounded of a setup. And also, like I said at the beginning of this video, the built motor is almost here. When the built motor gets back, this new turbo kit, I'm basically trying to set up the car so that it has everything exactly how it needs to be when the new motor comes back, and we can make infinite power on the new motor. This turbo should have no problem taking the new motor up to like 500-600 horsepower. This turbo manifold is gonna flow so much better. This wastegate is much larger. It's gonna be on an electronic boost controller, so boost response will be better. It's gonna be at E85. We can run more boost, make more power, and have it be safer. I'm running out of fingers, but there's so many benefits to doing what I'm doing right now, and I wish I would have done this a long time ago, but I finally pulled the trigger on the manifold. I'm pretty stoked, boys. I've been collecting parts for a while. Full Send Turbo Civic is getting a whole new full Send turbo kit in the next video. With that said, follow my Instagram right here to stay tuned for the fall merch. It's all gonna be on the Instagram. Lastly, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the car's performance, what I should change, what I should do with the new turbo kit. What do you guys think about the car's setup right now? I know it's less than ideal, but just let me know your thoughts. Why did my axle pop out? Just answer some questions for me. There's clearly so many questions that I have in this video. And lastly, please click that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And as I always say, boys, let's remember to plan, commit, execute, and attain our goals. I will see you guys in the next one with the turbo kit. Well, between you and me, there's actually gonna be one video before that, but it's gonna be just like a quick little life update video. Had a lot of crazy shit going on, no joke. So I wanna fill you guys in on that, and then turbo kit will be like next week.